I have like the sun right in the face. So I'm making small eyes, but it's not attitude. Um, Hi, I've watched Gooby and Dooby videos, and I just realized how much I was longing for simply talking to internet without constructing anything or having any grand plans. And I just want to output, and so maybe it's gonna connect with some people. And so if you are those some people, hi, I'm really glad to connect with you. So I wanted to talk today about an idea that simply just popped up. And I was reading a post on Reddit from 4chan, something still like a LARPer or someone trying to disclose, but it was about quantum physics. I even didn't finish the post, but the idea I want to talk about is how do we create right now, and how does that affect how do we think? And by that, I don't mean negatively. I mean, what is the positivity we're not accessing? So let's take an example. I'm having an idea as an artist. I want to create an artwork. I'm gonna build it and I'm gonna show it. How is this gonna happen is that I'm gonna take time in the studio to produce the art, and then I'm gonna get to an exhibition space and show the art. People are gonna come see the art, and they're gonna have the experience of the art, and they're gonna go away. And basically that's the contract. That's the contract in between the artist and the public. That's like the base level. I do art, you see my art. I'm not even talking about market or all that stuff. I'm talking about the more core idea of art in between people. I should say that I perceive art as a type of communication that is different from other type of communication, because you could say, I'm just gonna call someone from the idea I had. I'm gonna call someone and tell them about the idea. But everyone that gets close to art a bit knows that it's never the same thing. Oh, I imagine a rock just about to fall on the ground, but it's suspended with cables, and it's like 3-ton rocks. And you can call someone to tell that, and it's gonna be a concept. It's gonna be okay, yes. But if you do it, if you hang a 3-ton rock 20 centimeters from the ground in a big hall, there's gonna be a real tension. There's gonna be a real suspense. Something you see suspended. I'm gonna get good at this, I promise. And so yes, but it's because also I, maybe like many artists, I think that inspiration is cosmic and divine. And so when you got that idea, it's okay to just put 1 year to it and to go completely into it. And when you do enough art, that's how you do good art. You just close off everything else and you do the art. Where I'm going at is that, okay, let's take Instagram instead. You make a painting, you paint it, you photograph it, and then you post it on Instagram. So there's not the exhibition stuff happening. So you could say, well, the Instagram platform replaced the exhibition space. On the first degree, it would be yes, I saw the painting, I saw it, I know that painting, but it's the whole sensual material aspect that is left out. Like the size, everything is at the same fucking size of those things, even if you have a big screen. And so informationally, the painting, the painting, the picture, but there's a whole, it's like the whole aspect that makes the painting is not there. And we are currently very deep into that kind of game of illusion. So where am I going at? I'm going at, within this information paradigm that we're living in, living in, it's going to go further and further into that. I also believe that within the, let's say, Instagram platform, it's not that there's something less, it's there's something else. And the else might also be simply just a reconfiguration of partially absent parameters. And so I would absolutely give out the benefits of the doubt. Is that an expression? It's singular. There's something that can happen on Instagram that cannot happen anywhere else, and we should honor that, like everything that changes is always singular. But where I'm going is way above that, because even in the Instagram paradigm where you paint and you post, it's still the same enunciate operation as I paint and I exhibit. Is like moment of creation, moment of exhibition. Where I'm going at, step by step, is that what would be a space that is perpetually exhibitable and perpetually in creation? And automatically I'm thinking about every fucking project in the 80s that never lands. But it's kind of fun that they are happening, perpetual machines, all that stuff. It's been there, done that. But as a painter, I feel different from those the hippies that do installation stuff and the sculptures, and you see all those patterns, that those people that are in the lesser range of creation. Obviously painting is at the top, we all know it. And it's a joke, but what I'm thinking about as a painter is that there's obviously a moment where I want you to see my painting, and another moment where it's no, I don't want you to see it, it's not finished. There's a phase, it's phasic. There's a phase in creation and there's a phase done. But this paper, it's not a paper, it's a fucking 4chan post, but it got me thinking about inventing another form of art. It got me thinking about plasma. You see, like, all that thing about in the process and done might be morphogenetic with our state of matter. It might even be epimorphogenetic, because we might be matter from a physical process. We might be living, we might be life, matter, we might be material life from a very long decanting material process. And this is what we might be reenacting in a painting. Oh yes, this video just suddenly got serious. So yeah, imagine I'm a cube. I'm a cube of experience. And I'm cubic, like that. And when I do a painting, what I actually do is that I decant, fuse, or compress my experience inside a 2D space. So I'm like isomorphic to the square canvas, and I just fuse in the canvas. That's my experience. I compress it into the canvas. And that's what you as a spectator or other person come to extract. So you make out back a cube, an artificial cube from the ghost, the palimpsestical ghost of experience that has been putted inside the cube, inside the square of the painting. That's what I believe we are doing, like phenomenologically, with painting and with the painting tradition. I mean, I think that this is the meaning of painting, is to compress and decompress spatial experience into bidimensional experience, so 3D experience into 2D experience. So that would mean that the meaning of painting is the experience of transdimensionality. That sounds pretty good. I like it. That's why painting is so good, because all sculptures, they stay in it's parallel to 3D dimension. It's 3D to 3D. It's so unsophisticated. I'm just joking. I mean, defend sculpture, and but this is what painting is doing. Yeah, and so photograph could be that's another video, but photographers could be very arrogant because it implies light. I would like that. It's like the Olympics of who can flex more about the nature of their medium. That sounds good. That sounds like a good video. I would like that. I'm gonna wreck you all. So yeah, like a duel, like a championship of the mediums. Okay, let's get back. So where was I? Transdimensionality. So that's something that I'm thinking. That's something I believe that painting is. What I'm talking about the future is that, okay, so I was in matter. So this thing about transdimensionality is a way to show you that when we paint, we might be doing something so abstract. But it's not that abstract, meaning it's not that unrelated to how we are made, how we exist. That's what the post of 4chan gave me. Is like, yeah, I'm hungry, I can go buy bananas, I need to do my dishes, that's my life. But there's the physical life too, and so this kind of transdimensionality is somewhere into me doing dishes, and it's just that it's not the normal talk, but we are not doing that right now. Okay, so matter, the art that living matter does might be epimorphogenetic to how living matter gets to exist. See how what I'm doing? So our processes of production or our processes of creation might be working isomorphically into the echo of creation, which would be the instantiation of living matter, of life, of material life. So, but so that's the matter stuff, like solid, fluid, gaseous stuff, the Trinity. What I'm into right now is plasma, and you see in French there's like plastic arts, les arts plastiques, and it's talk about what is going to be shaped like plastics. Plastic is something that has no shape, and it's come from plat, which is folding. So you fold something into a static stuff. But if you imagine plasmic art, see where I'm going? It would be like the art of making shape out of energies. Energy, life, living energy. Energized, energy-based life. Anyway, you see what I mean? Life in plasma. But we might be able to access that level. And if we are able to access that level and foreseeing that exists, it's no more a question of exhibition space, isn't it? Everything is instantaneous. Instantia is in the instant. Everything is live. Energy is always as its maximum immanence. But it's also a processes matter. It's also a processes question. Because if material life does art epimorphogenetically, epimorphogenetically, plasma life, we could imagine, would also be doing art epimorphogenetically. Goddamn! Epimorphogenetic. So it would be working from how life is possible within plasmic structure, and that's the edge of how I know. But this is where we can daydream. So anyway, I think the top of my idea was we see art within so much tradition, and it's always the end of an epoch and the start of another to just realize, okay, well, we've circled the square. That's it. Let's open. And it's at that moment that you get to understand tradition. You get to see how it plays out. And here, maybe the outreach is to explore the unconventional, speculative form of creativity outside of the boundaries of material life. Imagine the electricity of my mind if there would be sufficient allowness to be connected with Hopper streams of electricity. Like, let's say there's a sun flare and it comes directly from the sun and it connects to my mind and it doesn't fucking like blow me up. It's soft enough. It's delicate enough. And I get to interact with it. I could be doing art, but I don't think that the dispositive to make that art immanent to other people would be synchronous with the dispositive of how art is communicated right now. Not right now, how art is usually accessible. Yeah, that's the idea. I absolutely understand this video is hard to... No, I mean, I'm not gonna apologize, but you see what I mean. I'm just gonna put that in the world, and that's gonna be it. I don't want to overwork. It's just an output. So thank you very much. I'm gonna try to be doing more of those. See you soon.